Hi everyone, and welcome to Sunday. This, I promise, is going to be a very short video because I've done most of the embossing. You've seen clear embossing before. Scroll back through my YouTube channel if you haven't. And so I've done these beautiful butterflies from this gorgeous set which is called Enchanted Butterfly. Now you might recall I did a Christmas card using this flower motif in the style of the Scandi style. It was in red and white with the crumb cake. So scroll back through my channel if you'd like to see that one. I'm using the two butterflies. Now this is a reversible stamp, which means that you can take the stamp off the block, turn it over and stamp with the back, and it will create that shadow. But I've already done all the stamping. I've done the embossing, and now we're going to do the technique, which is a really lovely one, using bleach, ordinary household bleach. Now I suggest that you experiment with your cardstock on scraps first, just to see what you're going to get. But I already know what I'm going to get here, so I'm going to pour out some bleach, try not to make a mess, and we'll get started. In the meantime, you can shop with me in Australia at this address here, which is my online store. You can contact me on my email if you need to know anything further, or if you'd like to inquire about my online card classes. Sorry, I just bumped that. Now I'm pouring out a very small amount. Now I do suggest that you wear protective clothing and have your room well ventilated. This is bleach. This is a chemical, and it's not a really nice one, but for today's purposes we are going to use it. So I've got some cloth here, I've got something to protect my desk with, and we'll just pop that bleach away for now. So I'm just using a standard paintbrush. Now you could, of course, fill an old water brush with some bleach and use it like that. Today I'm just using a normal paintbrush, but I want to show you how wonderful this transforms our gorgeous grape, and that's what colour this is, gorgeous grape. Now, as I said, have cloths, be well ventilated, and just in general be careful using bleach. So I've just dipped that in the bleach. Now because I've clear embossed this, it's basically created a bit of a barrier to hold the bleach inside the stamped area. So if you can see that, if I put lots of bleach on that, it stays within that embossed area. The embossing will resist the bleach, so that's another good thing. But yeah, just take your time, be careful, and have your area well ventilated. Now I'm assuming you can see this, and in a very short space of time the bleach will actually transform our gorgeous grape into something completely different, something you may or may not have been expecting. Now this is really great if you want to colour onto a dark cardstock, because effectively the bleach is going to bleach some of the colour out of the dark cardstock and create a lighter colour for you to colour on, if that's what you wanted to do. But this looks really, really great just as it is. And it literally only takes a couple of minutes. to create this. Now this is not new. This is quite an old technique. I remember doing this many years ago. But it pays to experiment on some cardstock first. Now we're also going to do some spattering of the bleach, so you really do need to be careful in that respect. Now this gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set is so versatile, given that you can reverse the stamps and have like a shadow effect. In and of itself is quite good. It's quite useful to have, but the images are just lovely. I mean, who doesn't love a butterfly? But I will show you some of the samples that I've been playing with regard to colours and colouring them in, just when I get through this. Now, feel free to fast forward this if this is basically not as exciting as you would think. Be like literally watching paint dry, but in this respect it's bleach. Now you can actually speed up this process with your heat tool, and I will do that just for the sake of time constraints, but you can leave this to dry naturally. So you can do quite a few of these and just have them all drying as you're doing the next one. So that is the end of that. I'm actually going to do some spatter. Now this is how I'm spattering today. Make sure I have my scrap paper here, and I'm just flicking off the side of this little dish. Now you could use the side of a block if you wanted to, but you can see where you're going with this, and you can do as much or as little as you want, but it just gives it another unique finish to this card. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Put a few down there, a few more there maybe. Now I'm going to pop that out of the way because we all know what's going to happen, don't we? Now clean your brush. Clean your brush, because this may well, the bleach and the chemicals may well affect your brush. It could do something to the glue that holds the fibres in. So yeah, just give that a really good clean with some clean water. And you can already see what's happening here, but I'm actually going to hit this with the heat tool. So just on number one, which is our lower speed and fan and heat. Now I hope you can see what's happening here. Now I wonder if you expected this colour. I certainly did not. And there are many more colours to our cardstocks, and I've got a couple here. This is just a sample of our early espresso. It gives you this beautiful lighter caramel colour. That was just a scrap. And this is our Pretty Peacock. Now that's like a lime green. So that's what's lurking beneath beneath that. So we'll have a look at some other colours in a second. Now this is pretty much just about dry now. Now, as I said, you can leave that as it is. I'm just turning this over to just create, to straighten the card up a little bit. Sometimes it warps when you're putting heat on it. Now, as I said, you can leave this as is, but I did some experimenting and I just wanted to show you what I had done. This is one of our watercolour pencils, and it's in Coastal Cabana. And make sure it's sharp. They're very, very soft. So all I've done is just created a bit of depth in this little butterfly's wings by just colouring and feathering that out. And that's all I've done. Now you can go crazy. Here's an example here that I was mucking around with before where I did multicolouring. So yeah, you can do whatever you like, but this just creates a little bit more interest in our little butterflies and adds this colour. So have a go at this, because I reckon this is so much fun. It just creates more interest, a bit of depth. These butterflies look like their wings may be going in towards the centre. So, yep. I'll just quickly go through these. Again, fast forward if you're not interested in watching me colour a whole butterfly, and we'll finish this card off very, very shortly. Now, you don't have to colour them all in. You can colour them all different colours if you wish. But I just thought this colour seemed to... it is Coastal Cabana, and it is one of our watercolour pencils. And it... I think it just complements the colours that are already on here. And that wonderful colour that was hiding underneath is just amazing. I just can't believe that that is the colour that is lurking under our gorgeous grape. But do experiment, have a go, and yeah, let me know what you discover. I haven't tried them all yet, so I'm interested to see if anybody else does have a go at this. Now, just like two more to go, not very long now. Now, if you don't like the, some people don't like the look of pencil strokes. I'm going to show you what I did with our, would you believe it, our colour lifter, which is an alcohol pen. And it smooths out the colour pencil so unbelievably well. So here it is here. This is our colour lifter. And I'm just going to show you. I'm going to hold that up so you can have a look. You can definitely see pencil strokes in this one here. So if I just go like this, it smooths those pencil strokes out and just spreads that colour up into the wings. Now it's a bit wet. So and what I'm doing here is I'm taking the colour off so as not to make one wing extremely dark. Look at the difference between that one and that one. Isn't that lovely? And it doesn't affect your pen. It doesn't affect your image. And it just gives that really smoother look if that's what you'd like. Now, I'm not going to do them all. We'll just get this card completed. And you can let me know what you think about this discovery. I say discovery. So we've got some that have been left. And we have some that have been smoothed out. So it's totally up to you. This is your card. It's totally up to you the way you want to finish it. Now, I'm just taking one of the card bases that I have cut from an A4 and scored at 10.5. It's got a dirty mark on it, so we'll see. It's probably bleach from me. We'll make that the front of the card because we are going to cover this up. Look, nobody's even going to notice. Now, I better give you the dimensions of this piece of cardstock. Oh, that's not very straight. Yeah. Just bear with me while I just straighten this up a little bit. Now, this is, as I said, our standard card. This is 14.3 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And it's just one piece of cardstock. People will be amazed at how you created this, I'm sure. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue. And the bleach did run through the back, but nobody knows it's there, so no harm done. So I'll just pop this on here like that. I haven't folded this very well, have I? So while I'm just giving that glue a minute to adhere, I'm going to show you what else I have for this card. Now, previously I stamped this little stamp, Comfort and Strength, and it is from the Sending Smiles. And I have just a strip of the basic white. It's just a scrap. This was a scrap as well. And I'm just going to snip the ends of these at an angle, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And we are going to, aren't we? So we'll pop a bit of glue on there. And just stick those together just like that. And I thought I might use some of the baker's twine in the Tahitian Tide. Now, it's not an exact match, but it is going to blend in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 lots and I'm going to make a bow, a triple bow. So I'm just using a length about that much, and I'm just making that 3 times that length. Gonna snip that off and make a bow. Now, I don't know if you've seen this before, but I make my bows with rabbit ears. So I just find that easier for me. So once I've put the loop through the middle, I flip this tail over and it always ends up at the bottom in that respect then. So I can tighten it, make it bigger, make it smaller, whatever I want to do with it. And just snip these bits off. And there we've got our beautiful little bow. So now I'm going to pop this on here with some glue. And I'll probably just glue this bottom piece so that there's a bit of movement in this. So we'll just pop it like that. And we need glue dot for our beautiful little triple bow. And just going to pop that on there. And there we have it. Now, I may go in later and just smooth those out with the colour lifter, but I want to show you the other ones that I made in different colours. Here is the one that I was mucking around with. That is just the Coastal Cabana. That is all different colours. I also have a dark, this is Starry Sky, and I had to play with some gold gel ink, but I wasn't really impressed with that. So that colour, which is different again to this colour slightly, is the colour that is underneath the starry sky. And this is the Berry Burst. And I did have a play with some orange and some pink of the watercolour pencils, just to see. That was my first attempt, and then I thought, okay. So this one is light enough for you to colour completely and have those colours show through. So it depends how much time you want to spend on these cards. Again, just leaving it plain is perfectly acceptable. But there is our bleach technique. The spattering is totally optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I just think it sort of fills in some of the voids that are there. Let me know what you think about that. I think it's great, but just be careful with bleach. It's a chemical, and yeah, make sure you are well ventilated when you're using it. There's a couple of other colours that I played with, if you want to just see those. Anyway, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Please give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends if maybe they've not seen this bleaching technique. I'll give you another close look at that. I just think that's so lovely. The colour was totally unexpected. I was expecting a lighter mauve, and that is definitely not a light mauve. So yeah, have a look at that and let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye everyone. Bye.